Welcome back. In this lecture we are going to animate the iris. But before we start, I would like to add that after the end of the last video I changed the scale of the Voronoi so that the red parts are smaller. I changed it to 4 instead of 1, but you can choose what you want. Now, in order to animate the red parts, we need to do something similar like we did to our nebula. We are going to animate the location Y value of our top mapping node and the rotation Y value as is hinted to in the title of the mapping node. So with our active frame on 1, we can add a keyframe for the location when this value is 0. We can do the same for rotation. Then with our active frame on 1000, we can change the location Y value to -3 and create a keyframe. For the rotation Y value, we can keyframe a value of 150 degrees. It is a bit difficult to preview, but I think it is alright according to a small preview rendering. We can also do the same for the third mapping node with the point setting. So for this one, also keyframe 0 for location y-axis on frame 0 and -3 on frame 1000. We can also set the interpolation to linear in the graph editor for this mapping node. However, there's no need to animate the rotation for this one. Now the iris we are also going to animate so that it appears around frame 700 like the nebula effect. So we can set the active frame to 700 and keyframe the scaling of the iris sphere object. Then we can set the active keyframe at 725 and scale the iris sphere to very small and keyframe it again on scale. Also, we can select the scale keyframe in the graph editor and smooth it out a little like I am doing with the right handle of the keyframe. In the same manner, we can sharpen the scale keyframe on frame 700. But when we play the animation, it seems that it should smooth out in the end as well. So with the still selected handle on frame 700, we can make a smooth transition, but still tightly smooth. So now when we play back the animation, the scaling ends in a smoother way. Now when we select layer 2, 3, 12 and 13 and scroll through the frames, we can see that the appearing of the iris coincides with the other effects. We can also check the preview rendering with the nebula and logo objects on layer 1 and 11. I cannot really play the animation in real time since my computer is not strong enough for that. So now we have finished animating the objects and the nodes. I suggest you save this blend file and then experiment further on what you think can be improved or simply played with to get different cool effects. So I thank you for watching and see you in the next lecture.